The New South Wales State Emergency Services will have more volunteers on standby from this afternoon as torrential rain saturates much of the state. Some areas have recorded the heaviest falls in nearly half a century. Stella Todorovic reports.
The sky's finally opening over drought-stricken New South Wales. Farmers and firefighters getting much-needed rain. The downpour will put out many of the remaining bushfires burning across the state, and after a season of devastating blazes, lives lost and properties destroyed, now warnings of flash flooding. Hundreds of millimetres predicted to fall on the Central Coast and the Greater Sydney region as the trough moves slowly south. The state's rivers also on flood watch, from the Tweed River to the Upper Nepean. As bushfire recovery efforts continue, affected areas are at risk of landslips.
In some places there's not a lot of vegetation around to stabilise the slopes. The debris may build up in the rivers, and when it gets pushed along, that elevates the risk of flash flooding.
The SES deploying more boots on the ground to help residents over the weekend.
We're asking communities to think about their preparedness and their prevention for some damage or some need for assistance, know when to act, know what your plan is.
The state's emergency services already responding to more than 600 jobs, prompting this warning from the Emergency Services Minister.
Remind motorists particularly that you should not drive through floodwaters. You wouldn't walk into a bushfire, so why would you drive through floodwaters?
Sydney is soaked. There's so much water on the roads and on the streets, causing delays for commuters and pedestrians. The heavy rain will continue along the coast until the end of the weekend, with the wet weather set to ease by Tuesday. Stella Todorovic, Sky News, Sydney.